Hi, everybody. This is Jen with Heart of Gold, and I am here with Lucy, who you probably know better as Wonderkid, because she works for the website Wonderwall.com as a junior reporter covering all kinds of red carpet events. Maybe you've seen her at the Teen Choice Awards interviewing Demi Lovato or Victoria Justice, or maybe you've spotted her interviewing the casts of Despicable Me and the Muppets. She's pretty much done it all. So we want to hear about it from you, Lucy. Is it really as glamorous as it looks? Tell us what it's like behind the scenes.
Well, there are definitely parts of it that are extremely glamorous. I mean, the celebrities just walking by you, I mean, it's so shocking and crazy. But it's not what it seems like. I mean, there's not all the flashing lights all the time, not the cameras. I mean, there's some of that, but it's not as big of a deal as it may seem. But there's definitely glamorous parts, and there's also not as glamorous parts.
So run down for us, who are some of the celebrities that stand out in your head that you've interviewed? Give us kind of a laundry list of the people that you've run into on the red carpet.
Okay, well, one of them is Justin Bieber. I mean, that was a huge one for me personally. Another is Taylor Swift. She was the only person that actually offered to take a picture with me, so she really stands out because she was extremely polite. Jason Segel was a great one because he's super playful. A lot of the Disney Channel stars and Nickelodeon stars, so Miranda Cosgrove, Victoria Justice, people like that, and who else? Demi Lovato, One Republic. I've met bands like that, and the Muppets. Let me think. I don't know. I mean, there's so many. I've met a lot of the teen stars more so than the adult stars, but for me, that's like the Teen Choice Awards are like my Oscars. So
Right,
it's so.
exactly. Well, being that you've met, Bieber and all these kind of bold-faced names, tell us a little bit about, have you ever had a starstruck moment and how did you overcome it?
Absolutely. Beaver was a huge starstruck moment for me. I was turning around like getting a glass sip of water thing, and then I turned back around and he's right there. And I thought my mom thought, I mean, I was completely frozen. And I think in that moment and also other moments when I've gotten extremely starstruck, I remember that they're just people and they're regular people like us that are extremely talented. But I mean, that's it. Other than that, they're just like us. And so, I mean, I think I just remember that and remember that they have a mom at home. I mean, they have all that stuff. I mean, and so just, they're just like us. So I think that's kind of how I stay calm in the moment. I just kind of remember that and just have a conversation with them. So
So, when you're on the red carpet, the people are coming fast and furious. You have to be ready on the moment to ask questions. So,
yeah.
how much research do you do ahead of time, to learn about the people that you're interviewing, or do you just kind of go off the cuff and see what happens?
Well, we definitely do a little bit of research. When we get to the actual event, they give you a sort of cheat sheet where it's a picture, name, and and a little background of that person. So it kind of shows they've been in movies, some notable things that they've done. So it's just kind of a way to get a little bit on who they are. But ahead of time, we do go to the event's website and kind of look at the presenters, things like that, who's expected to be there, just to kind of get an idea of what the event is going to be like and who might show up, even if they're not on the cheat sheet, who might just show up. So we do a little bit of research with that, but not too much. So
Well, and
we
I
use
know
that.
that because the celebrities are only on the carpet for 5-10 minutes, then they have to get into the event. I know it can be
Yeah,
competitive trying to get that coveted interview. With all the other news outlets vying to
absolutely.
talk to the person. So, how do you kind of handle that when it's happening?
Um, well, it can be extremely competitive. I mean, in the first place, but once you get their attention, once anyone would make eye contact with them, it's kind of hard for them to just kind of walk away and say no. So I always try and like get their attention first and then make eye contact, maybe do like a little puppy dog face or something to try to get them to come over. Um, but it does get really competitive with the other reporters. So oftentimes when you're interviewing someone, the person next to you might jump in, ask a questions, so they can use footage also. Same for me. I mean, if someone else is interviewing someone, I might jump in and ask a couple questions. So it does get competitive with who gets But overall, I mean, we kind of will jump in and work together to try and get the celebrities over to our area. So
Well, and a lot of times the celebrities hear the same questions over and over. So I've noticed, another thing that you do is you ask really fun questions. And I think
yeah,
that makes them want to talk to you because it's not just the same old thing.
yeah.
So finally, what are your tips? There's all this stuff going on. There's people with their microphones everywhere and celebrity chaos. So what are your tips on keeping your cool when you're in that kind of high pressure environment?
Um, I'd say just kind of like I said, remember that they're just people. That's just a conversation that's being videotaped, and so for me, that's a huge one. Is just remembering that, keeping that back in my head. I don't know, just kind of. I guess that's kind of it. Just kind of remembering that they're just people and not really fangirling over it too much. And I mean, afterwards, I completely fangirl, but in the moment, I just kind of stay cool and just remember that. And yeah.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much. It's been so much fun talking to you. And I do have one other question actually. What's your advice for Heart of Gold readers who might want to do what you do and follow in your footsteps, getting into the entertainment industry?
Okay, well, I'd say just for me, just kinda, I would connect yourself to an editor of your favorite celebrity website, gossip website. For me, I had a connection to the Wonderwall editors. That's how I initially got to interview the Jonas Brothers and then move on to bigger events. So I'd say just email your favorite editors, your gossip website, just be extremely polite, tell them what you're interested in doing and ask if they might be interested in having you interview for them. So I'd say that also you can start pretty local and interview some maybe minor league sports players, things like that, just to kind of get the hang of interviewing and then eventually move on to bigger things. So I'd say even the smallest event really does help. But yeah, I just mainly connect yourself to someone that could help you with that job. So
Do you think there's a trend of more junior reporters out and about on the scene?
yeah, absolutely. I mean, I started when I was 8, and back then, I mean, I didn't really see a lot of other kids on the red carpet, but now I'm seeing more and more as I get older, and there's more websites for kids that are doing it, and so it's definitely becoming a much broader thing. So it's nice, it's expanding, but
Cool. Well, you've definitely paved the way for other people who want to do it. So,
thank
thank you
you.
so much, Lucy. We appreciate it.
Yeah, of course, no
Thank
problem.
you.
Thank you.